May I come in, sir?
Please come.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Ritika, please say something about yourself.
So, my name is Ritika Verma. I originally belong to Patna, Bihar. At present, I'm living in Siliguri, West Bengal. I've done my BSc honors in mathematics from Miranda House, Delhi University. And my hobbies lie in reading fiction and poetry writing, sir.
Siliguri.
Yes, sir.
You must have heard about the chicken corridor.
Yes, sir.
What is it and what is its importance?
Yes, sir. So the Siliguri corridor, which connects mainland India to the northeast India, is often called the chicken necks corridor because it is a very narrow path of land that connects India. So its significance lies in its strategic importance because it is at the meeting point of various borders. So the Bhutan border, the Nepal border, the Bangladesh border, and also the China border is very near. So it is thought that in case there is an insurgency or an attack by China, this would be the first choke point for India. So from that point, it is very important to
What is the width of that?
So if I'm not wrong, it's about 27 kilometers wide.
27 or 22? Just
I'll check it.
Foreign policy is quite high on your list.
Yes, sir.
What are the main features of the Indian foreign policy?
So since independence and even today, sir, so the main objective of our foreign policy is to put forward India's strategic autonomy in the world and build its power so that we are able to secure economic gains as well as and build our soft power, sir. So for India, our economy...
Build up soft power.
Yes, sir.
Oh. How many powers are there? Soft power? What is hard power?
So hard power is generally categorized by experts as something which shows muscle power. So with respect to our arms and the wars that we say, then...
What are the example of hard power?
Some military trade is sometimes said to be a hard part.
Mm-hmm.
So others I'm not able to recall right now, sir.
Economic sanction?
So I think it is categorized in hard power only, sir.
It is categorized
Yes,
in
sir.
hard. And what is smart power?
So I'll be taking a guess here. I think in the newer fields of technology where there is collaboration, for example, the ICET between India and the US, where we are collaborating on the emerging technologies, I think that could be something which we say as smart power.
Does India have military alliances? And if yes, with whom?
So explicit military alliances with respect to the trade of export of weapons is something we are looking towards. So with the Philippines, so I'm not aware if there are exact military, if we have any.
Have you heard of waste warriors?
No, sir. I'm not
You
aware.
haven't heard of
No, sir.
garbage girl?
No, sir. Sorry.
Okay. What is reflective journalism?
So reflective journaling for me is a way of introspection where I tend to jot down the things happening to me or around me that makes me thinking. So it is more of a mental health exercise for me, sir.
So what have you done this in the last 1 week? What is that which has caught your attention?
So unfortunately, I've been traveling the last week, so I've not been able to write a lot. But something that I'm looking forward to write is definitely about my travels and what is happening. About my travels and what I've experienced over the last 1 week, I would say.
Okay.
So Ritika,
Yes, sir.
now after CA notification have been issued, And Assam is agitating. Why they are agitating about it?
So I've not exactly gone through the news about it, so I won't be taking a guess here, sir.
Okay, take a guess.
So there's a lot of persecuted population in Assam from our neighboring nations, especially Bangladesh, and there is a lot of Muslim population also from Bangladesh. So there's a perceived notion that because the CAA would ease out the citizenship granting towards the non-Muslims, so there's a threat perception basically amongst the Muslims that
No.
they'll be not.
You heard of that Assam Accord?
Yes, sir.
What does it say?
So I'm not able to recall the exact provisions.
They are more worried about the migration which has taken place to Assam after 1971.
Yes, sir.
So they don't want to include anybody who has come after 1971,
Yes, sir.
irrespective of the religion, it seems. Okay. Have you read about Mission Divyastra?
So I read about it, but I'm not sure of the
Not sure
particulars.
about it. Okay. Now, what is happening in Maldives? In Maldives,
Yes, sir.
India is planning to build a naval base
So
close to Maldives. Where and why?
So in one of the islands of Lakshadweep, we are planning to build. So with respect to Maldives, the news is that the Maldivian government does not want our military and naval presence over there. So we are in the progress of taking it out from there, sir.
Okay. So you have done something with data science, right? At IIT Madras. So explain me, what is data science? Like, how it is different from some subjects which are taught in computer science? How are they correlated? Are they a total different concept?
So data science is actually a mixture of different fields. So where we collect data and we process it to help humans in decision making. So computer
Is it same
science,
like database management systems, RDBMS, or
So-
something different?
so that is a part of data science, but not
Part of data
entirely
science.
it, because we
Okay.
use the RDMS system, database management system, basically to process the data. But data science is a broader term where collection and making inferences from the data is also a part of it, sir.
So you have given Danix as choice number 9
Yes, sir.
above some Group A services.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So it was a personal preference because the commission gave me, but because I've lived in Delhi and I've done my college from Delhi also, so and I like to travel, so that is a thing where different postings would be there across different union territories. So maybe that was the reason for me.
Okay, my last question.
Yes, sir.
You have read about that electoral bond, Supreme Court.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now SBI has provided the data. Earlier, what was the SBI's stand to go to the Supreme Court, and they were seeking date up to 30th June. And now what has transpired after the Supreme Court judgment, which has led to submission of data? What did it happen so quickly?
So SBI was worried that it had data at different locations and in different databases, basically. So to correlate data of who purchased the bond and to whom it was issued, it was having an issue with basically correlation of the data. I haven't gone through the exact news, sir, how it has eased up, but because there was a petition by the ADR also that the SBI should be giving the data, otherwise it is contempt of court. So I think it has given some digital.
Supreme
data.
Court said they never wanted it to correlation. They simply
Okay,
wanted one
Achha.
set of data and second set of data.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Really very nice, Ritika, that you have taken mathematics.
Yes. Thank you.
And BSc Honors, and you have also chosen again the same subject for your civil services as an optional.
Yes.
Very rare. I salute you for this. Generally, it's not happening with very
Thank you,
many
sir.
women. Ramanujam was also, he was a great mathematician, and he used to attribute his success to a goddess.
Yes, sir.
Name of that goddess who supposedly used to solve all his equations, questions, and all on mathematics.
So even I saw it in the movie. I'm not able to recall the name of the goddess right now.
Namagiri, local Tamil,
Okay.
Mahalakshmi. What is the role of mathematics in encryption technology? We had a 32-bit encryption, 64-bit encryption.
Yes.
What role mathematics plays in encryption technology?
So encryption is very much based on mathematical principles. So when we take one form of data and for example a name, and we have to encrypt it, so we need to find a code for it, and for that code an algorithm is to be developed on how to make a change so that a passkey when given to the next person is able to decode the data. So from the earliest ones we see that Julius Caesar's code, so for A we write the letter C, so there's a two-way jump from the letter A to letter C. So anyone who knows that there's a two-way jump would be able to decrypt the data. So 32-bit and 64-bit are just an advanced version of it, where a lengthy algorithm and a complex algorithm is used, sir.
Generally, have there been any mathematicians who have won the Nobel Prize? There's no Nobel Prize
There's
for
no Nobel
mathematics per
Prize.
se,
Yes,
but
sir.
mathematicians who have won.
So I'm not able to recall right now, sir.
Heard of Nash equilibrium, John
Yes, sir,
Nash?
Nash. Yes, sir. John Nash. Yes, sir. John Nash did win the Nobel
Okay,
Prize.
if you were the, the secretary to the government of India for higher education or for education, what would you do to promote mathematics amongst women?
Mathematics amongst women. So I think, so firstly, a behavioral change and a societal change is required, where women need to be promoted to take up maths.
How will you do that?
Yes, sir. So firstly, I think from the earlier ages of early childhood care and education, we need to promote play-based mathematics, where games are used to inculcate the basics of mathematics. So secondly, mathematics is also a
I'm
subject.
talking about girls and women. Just about them, because generally there in the Indian society, mathematics is more of a male-oriented male. That there's a perception.
Yes, sir.
You are breaking it, which we are, very
Yes,
happy
sir.
with. How do you promote it that the girls, young girls, take mathematics?
So specific steps could be firstly having a discussion with them. Why are they not able to take up? Is it because of a lack of understanding that they are facing, or is it a lack of role models or teachers? So bringing forth women teachers for mathematics, because we see in rural areas generally a male is teaching mathematics at the lower levels. So that could be one thing. So then making smaller groups of the women, then changing pedagogy as well, where more women-centric examples are brought forward, and women role models again are promoted, sir. So I'll have to think of more ways of how to do it.
Have you father of mathematics? Archimedes.
Archimedes.
Mother of mathematics?
So we have not heard about
okay,
it.
right. You read about it, there is one.
Thank you.
So these are the examples. Right.
Put it in a different way.
Yes.
Is there any role model, female role model you can think of in mathematics?
Ma'am, I think presently Dr. Neena Gupta is doing some great work in mathematics.
Okay.
Where she's also in the process of solving the Zarinsky problem, if I'm not wrong. So
Okay.
she is one of the role models, I would believe.
And there's one very commonly, which everyone knows about a person.
The human calculator of
Yeah,
India.
yeah.
I'm not able to recall her name, ma'am.
Arey?
Dr. Miss Shakuntala Devi. Yes.
Yeah. और क्या? And our ancient India का mathematician? No, he's
Ma'am,
not a
I
female.
don't know any all are male names only. As
Yeah,
far as I
that's a
can
male
remember.
name. All
Yes.
right, now you read about that. Okay. Now, okay, tell me, I mean, is there a glass ceiling? Or what do you understand by a glass ceiling for women?
Ma'am, glass ceiling, the term is most often used to refer to an unbreakable barrier which exists for women in their careers where they are not able to proceed beyond a certain point in their careers. So I do think it exists, ma'am, because if we correlate the number of top positions given to women or led by women, it is not as substantial as at the lower levels, say. So I do think it exists, ma'am.
It does exist.
It does exist.
And what are some of the, unspoken biases? Are there any?
I would say there are many unspoken biases.
Yeah, okay.
Firstly, while recruiting, there are many fields where women who are married or are planning to have children, they are discriminated against. Then in promotions as well, because it is generally thought that women would not take up the transfer or create a mess about it and not would want to go. So then in promotions and transfer also there exists.
Now, what do you understand by women-led development? Women-led development. Now, it's being spoken about, no, all
Yes.
the time.
Yes, ma'am. The Prime Minister is very much promoting women-led development, where women will be leading the development rather than being just a passive recipient of it. So growth would be led by women in the sense that there'll be more employment for them. They'll have leadership positions through self-help groups which are doing great in India at this point of time, through Lakhpati Didis, the Drone Didis program. So I think women-led development is for this.
So, some of the, important women leaders, business leaders, let's say.
At the top of my mind, Miss Sudha Murthy would be one.
Okay.
Ma'am, then
Recently, she's got some.
yes, ma'am, she has been nominated as the Rajya Sabha member.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. And?
Ma'am, Biocon founder,
Very much.
Miss Majumdar
Kiran
Shaw.
Shaw.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Kiran Majumdar Shaw. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, these are the names I could think of right now.
Yeah, I mean, just read up on some self-made women. Okay.
Yes. A lot of founders of startups also are coming up. The Mama Earth founder and all of the Nykaa founder. Yes.
Yes. I mean, very contemporary.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You can just read up a little more because likely questions.
Yes.
Okay. All the
Thank
best.
you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ritika.
Good afternoon, sir.
Q3 numbers are excellent. India is growing at what, 8.4%?
Yes, sir.
Why?
So experts have pointed out that our tax collection is a lot, and because of that, definitely our GVA is increasing, but there's a disparity in our GVA and GDP numbers because there's a lot of high tax collection and the subsidies are probably low in Q3. So because of that, sir.
What are the sectors that are doing well?
So the services sector is doing well in India.
Services, really?
So I'll have to look upon it.
That's a better answer. Okay. Now you said soft power earlier. You were talking about soft power.
Yes, sir.
How will you promote this soft power in Saudi Arabia?
So Saudi Arabia, we are working a lot on our relationship with them. So soft power in terms of so promotion of Indian cuisine. Then
Indian cuisine?
yes.
What will the Arabs eat?
So we have a whole gamut of different.
No, they're not very particularly fond of Indian cuisine.
Okay, sir. So then we could probably have our handicrafts and loom sector, handloom sector.
Okay, what
being
else?
promoted there. So there's an increase in our digital media also over there. So a lot of travelers
Is
and
that
tourism.
soft power?
So tourism promotion with respect to showing the culture of India or having them, I think it could be categorized as a soft power.
Acha. Okay, what else?
So there's a rising sense of health also, better health also there.
Go to
So
the US
yoga.
and UK, they don't come to India. Yoga, really? Okay. You know,
So
we lost Maldives because of yoga.
so these are the ones that I could think of right now, sir.
I'm going to say what else till you get the actual answer. Think. Okay, forget about
Not
it.
able to.
No problem. Moving on. You know, have you heard of this Fasal Bima Yojana?
Yes, sir.
What are the main components of Fasal Bima Yojana?
So Fasal Bima Yojana is an insurance scheme
Right.
for the farmers.
Right.
So for different crops, different premiums are contributed by the center, by the state, as well as some percentage by the farmers. So
What is the percentage for the crops?
so for horticulture crops is 5%. For kharif crops, it's 1.5%, and for rabi crops it's 3%. I'll have to look into the data.
Please
sir.
look it up. You know,
Yes,
you're
sir.
getting your numbers confused and
Yes.
wrong also.
Okay.
Finally, why do you dislike the police service?
So I would say I don't dislike the police service. In my order of preference, it is definitely not at the highest one. But sir, I looked up the medical requirements, and I think my eyesight is not that great for the service.
Acha.
So maybe because of that.
Maybe because of that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Right, Ritika, we'll call you for our feedback.
Thank you. Thank you.